Hello friends, Big T here with a quick update. I'm actually packing tonight. I've got to go to Miami for the rest of this week. We're having a big meeting down there. But before I did that, I needed to get this email out to you. So you know that what I've been telling you is that we are transitioning into what I call the second boom. And the second boom is this transition from a market that is governed and where most of the participants are individuals, when we move from that type of a market to where most of the participants are institutions. It's the same transition that took place between 1994 and 1995 in the internet space. In the early days of the internet, institutions did not touch internet stocks. They thought it was dumb to get involved in internet stocks. And they saw all the money that was made in internet stocks. And then in 94 to 95, there was just a hellacious sell-off in the entire internet sector group. And in that period of time, you saw this transition take place where die-hard individual internet investors lost faith in the internet and sold their stocks at bargain basement prices to institutions. And between 94 and 95, institutional ownership of equities in this space, as measured by VC deals, just went through the roof, even as the market was collapsing. So why am I talking about all of that? I'm talking about all of that because it's important to have a theory and a point of view that you work from. But in order for you to keep yourself intellectually honest, is you have to constantly make sure that your theory, your market theory, is actually being validated in the marketplace. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. We are seeing concrete validation steps of this theory of the second boom, of institutions coming into the marketplace. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. So here we have this story, billion-dollar blockchain fund launching with Chinese government backing. So you're going to see this a lot. You're going to see governments and banks say, oh, blockchain is evil, cryptocurrencies are horrible, on one hand, and then on the other hand, you're actually going to see them get involved. So just recently, India said, we hate cryptocurrency, and then on the other hand, they said, oh, we're going to launch our own cryptocurrency. So don't look so much at what these institutions say. You need to look at what they do. So China has consistently been saying, we hate crypto, we hate crypto, we hate crypto. But if you read this story, you can see that a large chunk of this funding, $400 million, is actually coming from city government. Okay, so this is incredibly bullish for the entire ecosystem, but specifically for some of the names that we have in the portfolio. So this is just one story. So this is another story. Rockefeller, they have a $3 billion venture capital fund that was started back in 1969, I think with $1 million. That's right. It was started with a $1 million capitalization. It's now $3 billion. So this is the very definition of smart money, right? The very definition of smart money. And they are beginning to invest in cryptocurrency, right? So when the general public is falling out of love with crypto and selling crypto at outrageously cheap valuations, look at who's buying, right? The kind of people that have been making money, at large amounts of money, for a century or more. And not only the Rockefellers, George Soros. Now I understand not everybody agrees with George Soros' politics, and this is not about George Soros' politics. There is one thing that is not up for debate with George Soros. This guy knows how to make money. He has $26 billion in assets in his family hedge fund, and he has just given the green light to buy cryptocurrencies. Okay, and here's the story also being followed up on Bloomberg. Now, this, again, he was calling Bitcoin a bubble in January, but now he's buying it, right? So think about that. George Soros, again, regardless of where you stand on your political beliefs with George Soros, you cannot argue with the fact that he is a brilliant investor and trader. Absolutely brilliant. And so for this guy to now not only be seriously looking at cryptocurrency, but actually clearing it internally with his own hedge fund to start buying it is a huge indication that the second boom is underway, right? Institutional money, and very smart institutional money, is coming into the space. Now, that's not all. TD Ameritrade just filed a patent which can facilitate real-time transactions made with digital currencies. And just this evening, I got a marketing email from TD Ameritrade promoting a live teaching session where they're going to teach people about cryptocurrencies and crypto volatility. Think about that. Why would TD Ameritrade, a brokerage firm which doesn't trade any cryptocurrencies, start teaching people about crypto and then apply for a patent so they can make real-time retail transactions with digital currencies? It's because they're getting ready to move into this space. Now, TD Ameritrade is huge. 11 million customer accounts, $1.2 trillion in assets. If you look at their parent company, Toronto Dominion Bank, 22 million customers worldwide. So, guys, I'm not asking you to take my theories on faith. I'm asking you to look at the preponderance of evidence. And the preponderance of evidence is that institutions are quietly stepping into this market, taking advantage of this weakness, and perpetuating, again, a great robbery, the same way that they did in 94 to 95. They're going in there and they're buying these assets dirt cheap from people that either got too extended or have lost the faith or don't understand the cyclicality of prices, markets, and how new technology develops. I'm hoping that by doing so many of these videos that you are getting an insight into how big money continues to grow in size by taking advantage of uninformed money. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Don't be surprised to see more negative news of institutions saying, oh, Bitcoin is terrible. Who would want to buy cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrencies are awful, as they try to talk the market down in order to go in there and buy for themselves. And again, look at the announcements. Look at what they're doing, not at what they're saying, right? So you have banks that on one hand will say, we hate Bitcoin, JP Morgan, and on the second hand, will have them going out and having their traders actually buy it. That actually happened. I wouldn't be surprised to see somebody from TD Ameritrade say how much they hate cryptocurrency, even as they're training people how to get involved in cryptocurrency, even as they're filing for patents so they can offer real-time crypto trading on their platforms. Guys, can you imagine what will happen to this asset class when buying it and storing it is as easy as clicking a button on an online trading platform like TD Ameritrade? It's going to be unbelievable. The amount of money that will come into this space is unbelievable. So, friends, I had to get this message out to you before I leave. So please, watch this a couple of times. Read through the transcript. Check out these news stories yourself. Do a deep dive, right? Just don't take my word on it. Do a deep dive and look at what's happening. All the pieces of the chessboard are all being put in place, just like they were in 94, 95. And you are just going to see an absolute torrent of institutional money pour into this market. And you want to make sure that you're positioned. You want to make sure that you're ready to be there in front of that tidal wave of cash. All right, friends, that is enough out of me. I will catch up with you in the next video. And I want you to always remember, let the game come to you.